Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So this video is designed to help you in case of a power cut or a blackout. You never know what might happen. If your electric goes and you find yourself in the darkness, then you might wonder, what do I need to have close by to help me get through it? So in this video I'm going to give you my top 10 items, things that you might need in case of a power cut or a blackout. So one thing that I would recommend to have ready on hand if there is a blackout or a power cut: food, but in particular food that keeps well. Bottled water, that keeps well in a cool, dry place, as does things like noodles, rice, pasta, tea, and cans. Canned food keeps for a very long time, so it's always good to have a stock of food in an emergency if you can't go out and get some. So as you can imagine, if you're spending a lot of time indoors and there's not a lot to do because there's no electric, there's no light, you've only got torch light, you might want to think about stocking a few board games. This is a little chess set, little travel chess set that I have. It packs up really small and you can get hours of fun out of this if you're into chess. Small kit, packs away. Get this out when you're bored, but this is probably the only board game I own. You could have Monopoly or whatever you fancy. Something else that you might want to keep at hand is a basic little first aid kit. Again, packs away small, and just in case there's a small injury, there's loads of stuff in here that will help you out. There's things like safety pins, dressings, microporous tape, more dressings, bandages, and wipes. So having a battery radio is very important. A battery radio in particular, because DAB radios tend to be designed more to be plugged in into the mains. You can use them with batteries, but the batteries don't last too long, although with the old-fashioned tunable radio the batteries tend to last much longer. And you want to get one with FM on it, so this is not just good for entertainment but also for important news. If you can't look on the TV, you might need to listen out for stuff on the radio. So it's always a good idea to have some backup power ready. In this case, for example, a power bank such as this one. Keep it topped up so that you've got some power to recharge your phone in case you need to phone someone. And have a selection of just standard batteries as well, maybe for your radio, maybe for torches, lights, that sort of thing, different devices. You can't always rely on mains power to charge up what you have, especially in a power cut, so have some backup power at hand. You might have something like an EcoFlow. I don't have something like that, but any backup power will come in handy. Probably one of the most important things to have on hand if there's a blackout or a power cut is light. You need to be able to see what you're doing, but not just any old torch. I think it's good to have a selection of torches. For example, a head torch, so that you can use your hands without having to point the torch. If you need to do things like cooking, searching for something, rummaging through a box, a head torch is great for that. And then a standard torch here that just relies on standard batteries. This is like a waterproof style torch, always good to have. I'll keep this one in the car. Here's like a camping lamp. You can just set this on the side so that you've got light in the room while you're doing something. I've also got my work light when I'm doing DIY with the 18 volt batteries, so that's really powerful, that's really useful to have. And also something like this, a wind up torch. so that when all your power's gone, you've always got the option to wind this one up and you'll still have some light even without any battery. So it's really useful to have access to basic tools. For example, a multi-tool like this one, it has lots of basic tools on it so that you can do various things, and it packs away neat and tidy into this little case here. So a really good tool to have if you're limited on space. This one might seem obvious, but a pen and paper. You don't realise how useful a pen and paper is until you don't have technology around you. You might want to leave a note for someone, you might need to write something down to remember it, something you've heard on the radio, some important information, and just having a pen and paper at hand, ready to go, can be really useful. Another really useful thing to have, in a blackout especially, candles such as these tea lights. They not only provide light but a little bit of warmth as well, and something to light them with. So matches, pretty good if you don't have a lighter, or just a small disposable lighter. Again, this all packs away really small and it can be really useful in these situations. So another one that I think is really important to have is not just things that keep the time, but radio controlled timepieces such as this. I've had this for years. This is a radio controlled Casio watch, so you don't have to set the time on it. You always know what the time and the date is, and it has a light on here too. So if there is a blackout and you get a bit confused and you're not sure what time of day it is, you only have to look at this, and this will always be able to tell you accurately the date, the time. And also you can get these in like clock form, such as this one. Again, radio controlled, so you don't have to set it, it sets itself. Really useful to have. Here's another one that I have. It's also radio controlled, and this one tells you the temperature, and it even gives you predictions on the weather. Okay, so that is about it then for this video. So there's 10 things that you'll probably be needing in case of a power cut or a blackout. There's obviously more things that would be useful, and if you can think of any more, please leave them down in the comments below for everybody to take a look at. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.